Hi folks, this is Danny at Bradley James Classics, and I'm bringing you a modern car today because occasionally we have a modern car to sell. This is a local owner who's had the car, two-owner car. He bought the car when it had about 17,000 miles on. He's owned the car for about 6 years, and this is of course a VW Golf. It's a 1.6 TDI Blue Motion technology. It's actually the SE trim, and I'm going to run through what the specification is in a minute, and I hope you'll see from the video that the car does present very well. It's in good overall condition, and I'll do my absolute best with the camera here and the video to point out any imperfections. The car passed its MOT this week, and we're making this video in February 2021. I'm just going to check the mileage, so that's 95,100 miles. Now this particular model, I mentioned it being an SE, but it's also got a DSG gearbox, which is a dual shift gearbox. Gives you 7 gears, and the gear change is very fast and smooth. In fact, a lot of people who've had a DSG gearbox in a VW, they will never go back to a manual car because the power is instant, and you're always in the right gear, and it makes it a pleasure for driving in traffic. So there's no clutch to worry about should you get on when you're driving. Now that's an expensive option. It's about £1,500 extra to specify a dual shift clutch when the car's new. Now I'm going to get a bit close up and show you any imperfections. Now we're going to start with this front bumper, and as you can see, that's pretty decent there. I've got a few minor marks here. I've got a stone chip on the bonnet here. Now bearing in mind this car's covered that 95,000 miles, we're going to expect to see a few imperfections on the body, but there's not a great deal on the car. The bonnet looks to be in good shape on the front. The alloy wheel looks in decent condition. There's a good set of tyres. That's all past its MOT this week. Good shape for the front wing, as is the driver's side door, passenger side door. Can't see any dents and major gouges or scratches. I did notice actually on the back of the top of the bumper here, where obviously stuff goes in and out of the boot, there's a few marks on the back bumper that could potentially be touched up. It's good shape, both rear corners of the cars. They can sometimes be scuffed, not so with this one. Back arch is good. Alloy wheels got a few marks on it here, but not seriously curbed or damaged. Looking down the rear passenger side door, rear passenger side and front door looks pretty good. No, that's just a bit of dust. If I'm being fussy, I can see a little imperfection here, but again, that's minor, and I've gone very closely to show you that. And it looks like there's a small mark. Now, as to whether that's something that would polish out, but there's a very small mark on that corner. But I am getting in very close to show you those. But actually, when I walk around the car like this, the car does present nicely. The Mark 7 Golf has got very handsome angular lines. It's a very popular car, and in this 1.6 Blue Motion technology version, it does do a remarkable MPG, and you can do allegedly 800 miles, a little over, from a tank full of diesel. So it's a cold day, and I'm quite looking forward to sitting inside, and then we can have a chat about the specification. Now I'm going to sit inside the car, and this is a very attractive, classy colour, and it's got a contrasting grey trim. So all the door panels are grey, the seats are grey, you've got a light headlining up here, an attractive steering wheel. It's quite sporty because it's all sort of cut off at the bottom. I'm going to run through the specification of the car with you. Now there's 2 sets of keys, and the service book and handbook is present. I'm going to turn this down. Now it looks as if we have a, we've got radio media. Now there is Bluetooth that's built into the car, and this isn't a sat nav, by the way. This media here has the ability to play the radio. You can connect your phone by Bluetooth. You can set up, it's a very good standard radio built in. There's air conditioning, which I've noticed works, and these are heater adjustments. You've got an electric handbrake on this car with an automatic hold facility. Driving mode, you have the ability to turn the stop start on and off. That's a part of the fuel savings. But one of the nicest features on this car, it's got this advanced cruise control. You press the button and the car automatically keeps a safe distance from the car in front, but it accelerates and deaccelerates depending on what the car's doing with you. So it's a very much a smart version of the cruise control system. And you do have volume controls, and you can run through some settings on the dashboard here to tell you what your fuel consumption is, so on and so forth. And this is the center of the dashboard. Now, from a few notes I took, this particular car does have very impressive MPG. Now, having checked, the cars are capable of doing about 74 to the gallon is the maximum you can do with this particular engine. That's the blue motion that I mentioned. It's a 105 brake horsepower engine, and yeah, 74 to the gallon. And as I said, there's the DSG gearbox. Here's the back seats. The car is nice and clean and tidy. It's been looked after. Being an SE trim, we've got alloy wheels, we've got electric windows, we've got electric mirrors. The cruise control is a big one on this one. It works very nicely with the automatic gearbox. We have electric windows in the back of the car as well. That beeper's telling me my ignition's on. 95,000 miles, which is reflected in the asking price of this car, because I'm very conscious that these cars still demand quite a premium. So actually to buy one with a few miles on will help with its affordability. Do you know, just as I was getting out of the car there, I think I just noticed a little, can you see that little dimple there as well? But I think I've done a good job of getting in as close as I can when I've shown you around the car. So I hope you realise that the car does have one or two minor bodywork issues which have been pointed out, but nothing major. The wheels are in good condition, not too badly curbed, no need for immediate refurbishment. And as I walk around the car one final time, hopefully you'll see the car does look quite good in the video here. Now, whenever I've sold a Golf before, these cars have always gone rather quickly. So my suggestion is, if you are interested in it, you're welcome to leave a £500 deposit that will secure the car for you. You can safely view the car at your leisure within reason, and should that all be okay, then you pay the balance and the car is yours. If you come and have a look at the car, and for whatever reason you decide this car is not for you, you can have your £500 returned to you, and no hard feelings. However, this system works quite nicely for people who don't want to miss out on cars, and I know how frustrating that is. And as I look round, it looks like I've got a VW centre cap. It looks like that's come away. I've just noticed that as I've looked around the car. We do try very hard to give you a real good, honest description of what the cars are like. And we always do a thorough inspection in our workshop before cars leave us. So you can be rest assured that the car comes to you in a good, drivable, roadworthy condition. And I think one of these little cars is ready to take you anywhere. So just to recap, it's a 2013 Mark 7 Golf, 1.6 TDI, Blue Motion technology, and it is the SE model, and we've run through the specification that this one has. 95,000 miles, 2 owners from new, predominantly just 1 owner, and the car has got its service history all stamped up, 2 sets of keys, no known issues, no warning lights, and she's good to go. And the final thing I've just spotted, I don't like to leave you on a negative, but right down here you've got a little bit of a mark, but it's a nice shiny dark grey colour, nice modern colour, makes it look quite posh I think in this colour scheme. I think you're going to enjoy the way it drives. I certainly love the fuel economy, very low tax on these. I've got a feeling these are about £30 a year to tax. Well folks, I hope this has been useful. Please get in touch through the usual channels and I'll be delighted to show you this lovely Golf. And if you are interested in buying it, please get in touch. Thanks folks.